7 things to do before you say I do. One of the challenges we have in this world is the pressure to say yes to everything, especially in relationships. Because when you see friends around you, same age, getting married, and you are not getting married, the temptation is that when the wrong person comes, you are easily going to say yes even when you are not ready. Very important. That's why our individuality as singles are important. That's why whilst you are preparing or whilst you are waiting, what you are doing is preparing in waiting. Like what we just heard, you must learn to be single and yet successful so that you are not depending on someone to become successful. There are 7 things to build a successful marriage. Number 1 is our intention to build a relationship. Your intentions are to build something, but intentions on its own is not enough. You can't have intentions and think that intention will become fruitful or successful. Your intentions has to be put to work. Most of the times we have intentions and we don't put our intentions on paper. And before you realize, a week down the line, you've lost that good intention. Count the cost, because it's going to cost you something. Building is going to cost you something. If you know of anyone who has built before, they will tell you that building takes more money than anything else. It's like every time you put in money in and the building is not moving, it's not shifting, it's at the same level, yet more money is going in. So it will cost you something. And not only that, you have to check whether you have enough to finish it. Now the challenge is many people start and don't finish. Every 3 months, they've brought a new relationship to the house. This is my new boyfriend. This is my new girlfriend. Every time introducing new relationships, yet they never take the relationship to the finishing line. Remember, we are not rewarded just in starting, we are rewarded in finishing. Number 2 thing you have to do is you have to sit down first. To sit down first means to plan, good planning. Do you have what it takes to plan through this relationship stage by stage? You even have to plan what you say in relationships. You can't just say anything. You can't just talk anyhow, because what you say will affect the relationship. You have to plan what stages to reveal your past to that person. You can't just meet the person today and say, as for me, I'm plain. I like to be plain, as for me, I'm just plain, So I just, I had 89 boyfriends, and this is my sex style, this is how we did it, and, this position. No, that's not wisdom. You have to plan. And so when the man leaves, you said, it's the devil. No, it's not the devil, it's you. Number 3, it says you have to count the cost. Count the cost there talks about projections. The cost for the future. Do you have a vision for this relationship? Where do you want it to end? When you leave your house in your car, you have a destination in mind. When you start a relationship, you must have a destination in mind. Sadly and unfortunately, many singles' destination for the relationship is wedding. But the wedding is not the destination. They see the wedding as a final destination. No. The wedding is part of the journey. It's another stop onto your destination. Your final destination is heaven till death do us part. That's what you have to see. Ask yourself, can you see yourself married to the same person for 70 years? Can you see him 70 years from now? Would you still like him or love him without teeth in his mouth? Would you still like the way he eats 70 years from? Because when you met him and he eats and he does this, now you can hear everything. 70 or 80 years from now, it will be, yeah, it's going to increase. So you have to make sure You have projections. You have made room for that. Or else in the restaurant, everybody will be hearing and everybody will be looking at you. You have to count the cost. God forbid, what happens the day you get married, he loses or she loses her job? Count the cost. God forbid, what happens if there was an accident and he loses his leg? Count the cost. God forbid, what happens when he becomes sexually impotent? Count the cost. That's projection. Can you stay with it? There's some people who get married and all of a sudden an unforeseen accident happens and it disfigures them for life. That's why you have to sit down and count the cost. Number 4, it says whether you have sufficient to finish. Now, the moment you count the cost, the moment you have your projections in place, you know without a shadow of doubt that you have sufficient to finish this. You know you have enough steam, enough stamina to take you to the very end. Sufficient to finish it there also means you have to learn how to manage your life, manage your resources, manage your emotional resources. That is very key in every relationship. Do you have the emotional capability to finish it? Some people break down emotionally under a very little pressure in relationships. Do you have the emotional stamina to endure this relationship? Do you have what it takes to finish it? Sufficient love, sufficient emotion, sufficient to finish it. Number 5, take your time on the foundation. Many don't take time on their foundation in the marriage or in the relationship. When you don't take your time on the foundation, whatever you build on that relationship will not last. Don't be in a rush. Take your time. I remember when my wife and I were courting, it took a long time before she made me know where she lived. I thought she was playing me for a long time. The foundation had to be laid properly, not happily. Don't rush. You see, many people rush because they feel butterflies. The butterflies you feel today, you might not feel it 2 years down the line or even 2 weeks down the line. Butterflies come, butterflies go. Don't make a relationship, a lifetime relationship decision based on just feelings. Because feelings come, feelings go. Do you feel me? Do you feel what I'm saying? Very important, very crucial. Foundation. Every relationship will be rained upon. And what's that rain? Challenges. Test. Your foundation will be tested. That's why we say in sickness and in health, it will be tested. For richer, for poorer, it will be tested. Till death do us part. It will be tested. Men will come and test that relationship. Women will come and test that relationship. They say, I decided I have chosen you, only you, among all men, among all women. And remember, every title that you have to defend it. Whether you are married or single, you have to defend that title. These days, men don't care about married women. They said, ring is just a ring. What is ring? These days, the foundation for marriages and relationships have been tested and pushed. Boundaries have been pushed. There are some men who are interested in pregnant women, married pregnant women. They can see the woman is pregnant, fully loaded. They say, I like you, I love you. I'm telling you, there are all kinds of things happening. So being married does not exclude you from being tested. Your foundation will be tested. So take your time on the foundation. The foundation will be tested. Singles, take your time on the foundation. Don't rush. The depth of your foundation determines the length of the superstructure. The depth of the foundation determines the length or the height of the superstructure. If the foundation is weak, you can't build anything high on it. You can't want to build, let's say, the Twin Towers and build a foundation just 2 feet down. It's not possible. You can't want to build a building with 100 levels and and dig a foundation 10 feet below. No. Go ask builders. They'll tell you most of the time the foundation is even further down than the building that you see. So take your time on the foundation. Number 6, remember people are watching and they are waiting to laugh. The day you introduce your relationship to friends and families, within their head, they have said this one will last only 3 months. They'll tell you, oh, it's a 7-day wonder. And say, oh, I know him, I know her. So they are waiting to laugh. They are looking, they are waiting vehemently to laugh, to say, I told you so. Number 7, maintain the finishing power. The ability to finish and finish well. Remember, it's not just enough to start. It's better to start and to finish. And as you do that, these 7 things will help you in your relationship. These are 7 things you must do before you say I do. If you've done 6, don't say I do. You say, oh, I've done 6, I've done. If you do 6.5, don't say I do. You must do the 7 to the fullest before you say I do. Because if you don't do the whole 7, remember people are watching and waiting to laugh.